All right, and our final.
Oh, I am so used to speaking to everybody to my phone. That's so much easier than speaking in front of a crowd. But I am Bree Schultz. I am the content creator behind Chickanic. It's sort of like a mechanic because that's what I am, but I'm a chick, so I thought I'd just play with the words there a little bit. I've been in the small engine business for 18 years of my life. I know I do not look like a grease monkey, but I actually am. I clean up every once in a while. And I really started making videos because I wanted to save everybody in the world time, money, and frustration. I am so frugal. Who likes to spend money? Absolutely no. Well, I don't know. Maybe there are some ladies in here who likes to spend money. But I'm sorry, I like to save money. I like to find the best deal, and I'm so frugal with everything that I wanted to share that. I want everybody to save as much money as they can when it comes to repairs. I mean, we've got from the beginning to the end of the process pretty much, the lady that hires everyone for the innovation and the invention of these products. We have the people that market it and get it out there. And I'm the place where machines go before they're dead. So I'm on a mission to save as much equipment as I can. I think the greenest thing you can possibly do is to repair old equipment. And that's what I'm on a mission to do, is to just really help everybody save time, money, and frustration, and their equipment they already own. So,
what has been your experience when it comes to dealing with men in the workplace? Bree, why don't we start with you?
I started out working, I took a couple of years of small engine repair, and then I went straight into a repair shop when I got out of high school, and I got to work the counter, and it was funny. I'll never forget one of the mechanics that worked there. If anybody's getting into the business, I tell them it's the best thing you can possibly do is to work parts, because you have customers come in, they ask the same repetitive questions because everybody has the same repetitive problems, and you'll see those trends. And you get asked the same questions of why my motor's broke, why my trimmer's broke, and I would give them answers because I've already asked the mechanic in the back 50 times the same exact question. I know the answer by now, and time and time again, I'm an 18-year-old little girl, and they're like, well, what would the mechanic say? And so I would say, well, let's go get him, and he stuck his head out, and they'd say the exact same question. They just asked me, and he'd say, well, what'd she say? And they'd say that, and she's right. So once you get that little confidence that, I do know what I'm talking about. When I finally got back into the business, I ended up reopening the shop that I had worked at when I was 18 to 19 years old, because it had closed after the economy crashed in 2008. My husband and I reopened it in 2011. And although I had that, it was a couple of years of schooling, and I had that, a couple of years of counter work, I had not done a lot of repetitious repairs on stuff. So I was learning a lot by myself. But like I said, it's all repetition. You do the same thing over and over again. You see the same equipment. My shop would get in, there was 5 of us working, and we would get in over 2,000 pieces of equipment every single year. That's, if you're getting into the business, it's a good business because there's not many people doing it anymore. And we worked on all kinds of equipment. And what I found is through repetition and learning, I built up the confidence that I knew what I was talking about, because it's once you learn it, you know it. And I decided that while I was doing this, I would have to go to YouTube. I'm sure a lot of you, if your dryer breaks or something, you go to YouTube and see, your dishwasher or something like that. I would do the same thing because I was learning, because I was an Echo dealer, and a Briggs dealer, so I could take schooling on that, but I wasn't a steel dealer, I wasn't a Husqvarna dealer, so I would have to go to YouTube and see if there's some trick or something like that. And I came across some videos that I would sit and I'd watch a whole 15-minute video, and the hand would be in the way, or they wouldn't explain it correctly. I just decided, I can do this myself. I had the confidence to do this by myself in front of a phone. Like, this is scary to me, okay? But I can, I love to teach, and I've had this opportunity to teach millions of people and give them the confidence to fix their own machines. Right now, I've hit, with all the socials together, about 1 million subscribers, and I am currently the most watched small engine repair channel in the entire world.
Can we sort of crazy. That is a woman that is out there kicking ass for these guys. So y'all make it loud. I want to hear some of y'all.
say I'm bitching with them. I'm not bitching it. 91% of my viewers are men. So ladies, come on, follow me. But I say, you know, I'm griping with them. I'm not griping at them. That's why they like it. I'm for the little guy. I'm the one that, you know, advocates against the big corporate people. You know, when I see them doing things wrong, I've got a lot of missions ahead of me right now. But yeah, I've built my confidence through a lot of years of doing this, and speaking is not one of them. But I can tear down a chainsaw and, you know, put a new piston cylinder in it. So, you know, but that's how I do it. I know that I'm good at what I do, so I just don't care what they say anymore.
Yes. Yes. I'd like to direct the next question directly to Bree. Directly. In an industry driven mainly by men, have you ever experienced imposter syndrome? If so, how did you handle it? Which I feel like if so is bullshit. Raise your hand if you haven't experienced imposter syndrome. None of us have. Like, we all have.
Right here on this stage. I don't feel like I should be here. But no, when it comes to anything that has to do with small engines, it's just you've done it for so long. It's all repetition. I personally know what I'm talking about, and being able to be confident in my repairs. The imposter syndrome in that doesn't bother me at all. No, I mean, there's no imposter syndrome, but being asked to do something like I don't feel like I'm important enough to tell other people about what I do.
And yet a million people think you're amazing.
I know, and that's what I gotta remember is that, there's 18 million people tuned in to see what I had to say this month. It's weird to me. I do not feel like, it's amazing. I don't feel, that does sort of feel imposter. Not the small engine part of it, just the fact that they feel like I'm important enough to listen to, which I do. I found that, some of the things I said have had big effects. It's even shocked me. I make a video on something, and a week later I've got the president of this small engine, one of the most largest outdoor power equipment companies in the world, calling me saying, would you please, do a podcast with us so we can set the record straight? And I'm just like, I'm not calling you back. I've already told the people the truth, and I know you want to spin it and you want to make it out of your words and stuff like that, but they know it's honest coming from me. I see the repetition. If I see something break 100 times, I'm telling them about it, and that's just the way it's going to be. And if I see good stuff, I'm going to just tell that too. So I'm the one that if a brand sees their name in my thumbnail, they're either cringing or they're very happy. So, but it's all going to be honest, so it doesn't matter to me. But no, being here, I feel very weird and out of place, but not in my profession. So.
But Bree, you are.
I am so in with my husband.
I want you to take this one for us.
Oh, I was a cocktail waitress at 21, and he was the big bouncer. I mean, we have been working together until we finally had kids, and we needed to get out of that kind of business, opened a cafe, and work together. We've nonstop worked together for our entire lives together, and so it's different for sure. But we're he's my best friend. I don't know how I could do it without him. He definitely couldn't do it without me. But, and I'm the frugal one, and he, I'm into small engine repair, saving time, money, and frustration on everything you can that's turning trash into treasure, and he's into hot rods. So he's the one that, likes to spend all the car part money, and I'm the one that likes to, not get my nails done, kind of thing. So we're like peas and carrots, though. I mean, work-wise, I'm completely opposite. I couldn't do it without him. And nobody sees him in the videos either, and everybody's like, yeah, what's up with Ron? And he's always there behind me. And it's not like he's telling me what to do. People are like, I'll get those comments. Oh, her husband's standing there. No, he's the car guy, really. And I had to teach him small engine repair, but no, when it comes to the heavy lifting, he's there to do it. So, yeah.